Now, Final Fantasy has left an indelible mark not just in video gaming history, but also in pop culture. Here's a quick dash down Final Fantasy memory lane. It all started in 1987 when the first Final Fantasy came. With the NES peaking, Final Fantasy I sowed the seeds of what will become one of the most successful franchise in gaming history. FF1 legitimized the concept of the role-playing game, with its storyline, ability to wander regions, equip characters, and control fight scenes. From then on, the salvo continued. Succeeding the Final Fantasy titles would include dabbles in unique gameplay, such as varied attack sequences, character job classes, dramatic storytelling, chocobos, all done in 2D glory. Then Final Fantasy VI came and set the tracks of a runaway train to come. FF6 was the first to dip into detailed graphics, and it paved the way to the game that made the PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII. The first game in the series rendered in 3D graphics, Final Fantasy VII with its fully detailed world, interesting characters, and intriguing storyline, sold a whopping 2.3 million copies in Japan after 3 days and is now a staple in best ever video game lists. The succeeding Final Fantasy VIII was first to use realistically proportioned characters, which is in place until later titles, excluding Final Fantasy IX. Superb and extraordinary graphics, exciting gameplay, remarkable stories of the recent titles would even make the Final Fantasy series worth the hype it set nearly 2 decades ago. And who would not fall in love with the full motion videos that each game has to offer? From being a video game, the Final Fantasy series branched out to films such as Spirits Within and Advent Children, all done in CG glory. Music? Well, there are the classic victory and menu tunes and those operatic themes like Liberty Fatale. And of course, who can forget the enchanting Eyes on Me by Faye Wong.
Right here for you. Same old song, just once more.
There will be sequels and spin-offs like the Kingdom Hearts and Chocobo series. All for good reason. Final Fantasy never stops to make us fantasize, and hopefully there will never be a final one. Right after this, I'm going home to Lightning and make her fantasy come true.
Whether imagining being a member of the Light Warriors or having a girlfriend as hot as Rinoa Heartily, Final Fantasy had gamers fantasizing ever since its first game appeared over about 2 decades ago. And one of the better ways for fans to show their true love for the game is to do a Final Fantasy themed music video, like this one.
Please don't let it begin. You're under my skin. Same old story. Boy meets girl and she falls much harder than him. Baby, where's the glory? And all night, all night. There is nothing left of you. I can see it in your eyes. Stay wherever all the angels and sing to us goodbye. It's my life, it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live my life.
With the release of Final Fantasy XIII and the imminent rollout of FF14, I'd expect to see a lot more videos like this, especially in the coming years.
And keeping up with the Final Fantasy theme, I hope you got your eGames accounts ready for the final installment of Vouchers on Voucher Scramble. When we come back, we've got oodles of Moogles in our continuing Final Fantasy theme. Kaya, drop that remote and stay tuned.